I loved our competitiveness early, how we attacked the game, how we tried to make them miss and make them take tough shots in our pace. I thought we played a probably pretty good 20 out of the 24 minutes in the first half. Then they had a nice little run at the half, and that bled in to start the third. But I liked how we started, and I liked how we finished, too, like the group that came in the end played the right way, won the quarter. We just had a tough little, probably 16-minute stretch there.
How's Bub?
Just mild. We'll see. We'll know more tomorrow. Ankle sprain.
Coach, hi. What would you make individually of the three rookies' performances tonight?
I thought they competed. That was the one thing I wanted from all of them, to go out there and enjoy it. Obviously, what a great experience, your first NBA game. But I thought they all weren't scared. They competed. They showed flashes of what they're capable of doing. Now they'll move on. They'll be better next game.
There were flashes in that first quarter of very good offense, and I think maybe
In the second quarter, it tailed off a little bit there. What do you think the Celtics were showing you that caused maybe that discrepancy from first quarter to second?
I think they made some tough shots, and I think that made us get a little frazzled, and we just didn't continue to play with the movement we had in the first half. We were getting really good shots. I think that kind of bled into, they made a couple tough threes in a row. That changed the momentum, and then we started taking some tougher ones, a little more contested.
Brian, with this season, you may have games that are similar, if not in results, certainly in terms of stretches. You play well for a while, and then you don't play well for a while. Do you value the good play more, or use the bad play as teaching points that can have bigger results down the road?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both for sure. That was some positives that came out of the game, that you could see that our size and our athleticism, how we can defend when we're really engaged. Bilal, Alex out there showing their length. And then when we play with the pace and share the ball pretty good, but then there's going to be lessons for us to learn. And I think we got to use all these moments to teach and to coach, and got another opportunity on Saturday. But tomorrow is another day to get better for us. We're looking forward to that.
What did you think of Alex's shot selection?
You got the shots I liked. He's made some of those in the preseason, and we've talked about that. Some of those are going to go in. Sometimes they're not. I thought he had some good stuff around the rim, but I thought his defense, for the most part, we're switching him out on the guys that are high-level players, and he did pretty good against that. So I liked how Alex played tonight.
And then what do you think of Jordan at point guard, especially his aggressive play early?
Well, that's what we want Jordan to play like. We want Jordan to be aggressive and attack for himself, but also for others, because he's going to cause people to collapse, and we want him to kick it out to shooters. And I thought he really set the tone for us early, gave us some good confidence.
Coach, what do you think some things the rookies can take away and learn from this first game against, the defending champs?
It's a long game. This is 48 minutes. There's a lot of ebbs and flows. Stay even more even-keeled. That's obviously a championship roster, championship team. They stayed pretty even when, even when we were up on them. So I think those are always good lessons for any guys. But, hey, I'm thrilled for them. They got their first one underneath their belt. Now they can move on and keep learning, keep growing.
You mentioned Alex's defense. It seemed like he was maybe just inches away on several occasions on blocks. Is he thinking that he actually gets some experience and understands guys' tendencies, that he'll be even more effective?
I believe so, yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how many challenges he had, but it felt like he challenged quite a bit of shots tonight. He ended up having 2 blocks, but this is part of the reason this is one of the main reasons we wanted him, his versatility defensively, to be able to guard on the perimeter and also protect the rim. He's just going to keep learning and growing, but I thought a good first go-around for him.
You talked about some of the things you want your team to learn from and improve on from tonight. Is there one aspect specifically that you thought really went well tonight that you want the team to continue to build on that going forward?
I think just our defense to offense, when we defend and we rebounded pretty well early, that led to easy transition baskets. We just got to sustain that for longer times and learn how to do that for the full 48. So there was some stuff that we can take from today that we can definitely use going forward.
Just a quick follow-up. Jordan, for that first 20 of the 24 minutes you were talking about, when you see him being able to start a game like that, how excited does that make you, the potential of what he could do going forward the rest of this year?
Yeah, I'm a huge Jordan Poole fan, as everybody in this room knows. Like, he's played like this for me for a long time, so this is not surprising. Thought he really initiated the offense with his pace. We want him to continue to do the same thing.
Coach, Bilal played almost 30 minutes today and led the team in assists. What did you see from him tonight, and how do you think he played?
I think his defense was terrific, was all over Tatum as much as he could, tried to contest things, used his length, and then you're starting to see his playmaking ability. 8 free throws, I believe. I think that's what he had. So he was attacking the rim. That led to shots for others. This is something he's going to continue to grow with throughout the season.
Are you happy to see, when you show sorry to Drew got him twice, is that a good thing? Because he's got to learn that.
Yeah, I mean, those are all good things. These are lessons. Like, we get to play these teams again. Like, how do you learn and grow? You have to go through the fire in this league. I've been around a lot of guys who've been in his position and seen it. Like, I think these are moments that you grow and you learn. Like, and that was the thing I was happy with our guys, is that they weren't scared. They went out and competed. They showed that they were ready for the moment, but still things to learn. And that's the part of the NBA that's great. And they're going through the fire, and they're going through it together as a unit. We're going to keep improving day by day.
Going back to Alex's shot selections, he mostly tried at 3. Would you expect him to be more like mid-distance or within the paint in the next games?
I think he's going to find his balance. Like, he's, in the preseason he made those. Those were wide open shots for him tonight. We want him to shoot with confidence. We think that's going to be one of the things that's going to make him really unique, that he can stretch the floor. But he also has the ability to get to the rim, roll the rim, put pressure on the rim. So he's got a unique skill set. He's going to learn how to do both as we go.
Coach, you're, as most people know, you're a relationship kind of coach. The chemistry on this team, even though it's young, it seems there's something there. To hang with a team like Boston and only lose by 20 points, it says more than the numbers themselves. Talk about the chemistry that you feel that's happening right now.
Our front office and the guys, Will, Michael, those guys have done a tremendous job at adding really high character guys to our organization. They've done a great job throughout the summer, into September, through October, through training camp, building the bonds that those things last. So we're thrilled with the guys we have. I'm really lucky to coach a really high character team. I think that's going to be something that's going to lead to us to be more sustainable as we grow, as we learn together. So lucky to have a good group.
Hi, Coach. You have 3 players who speak French. You think that helps on the field also and during the trainings?
I hope it confused Boston a little bit tonight. I got to learn myself a little bit better. So hopefully they had them confused a few times.
I want to ask about Bilal when he drives to the rim. Does his, like, the wingspan of the long arm he has, does that allow him to finish or like wrap up, I guess, at the wrap past Jonas? What does his length allow him to do in those situations?
I mean, and yeah, I think that's very telling. Like, he's got a great length that obviously that helps him really defensively, but it allows him to put pressure on the rim. Can swoop around guys, but like then he can see passes. These are the things that we always envision for Bilal. We want him to be a playmaker. We're going to see more of that as we go.
Take one more, Bichon. Coach, Marvin and Jonas came in and gave you very solid minutes in the front court. How do you, as the coach in a retooling year, balance playing veterans who are going to give you a guaranteed impact versus younger guys who you need to develop who play the same position because there's only so many minutes to dole out?
Yeah, I look at that everybody's a contributor. Those guys are great. Love Marvin. Every time you put Marvin out there, he always produces. Jonas has been terrific. He really slows us down. Like, they're going to help our team just become a better basketball team. That's why they're here, to help us grow and get better. And those guys they've been in the league. They know how to settle us down when things are a little hectic at times. And those guys, you saw that from them tonight. They were great.
Yeah, that was kind of my question about Jonas, but he finished with 18 points. So if you could just expand a little bit more on like what you saw from him overall.
I mean, this guy's been doing this for a long time. I think this is his 13th year. This guy's played a lot of games in the NBA. He's played a lot of games internationally. This is one of the reasons we want him. This guy is a true professional, and he knows how to play, and he's going to make our team better. And you could see that when he was on the court tonight. When we needed to slow the game down, we could always go to him, direct the offense, slow us down, and then his physicality and his defense were terrific.
There's a lot of different things that we can look at. I think just trying to focus on the things that we can get incrementally better at. How we are when we come to huddles. how composed we are when other team goes on runs, how composed we are in the game when we got to figure out how to get organized, just staying together, not getting lost in shot making or messed up coverages, because those will be things that happen, and just trying to find ways to continuously stay together. I think that was a really good challenge, especially for a lot of the young guys who are playing their first game. We're going up against the defending champs, and brought the same team back as last year. They got really good chemistry. I think it was good for us to see that for our first game out, and something we can build off of.
Does it make you evaluate in a different way because you understand what this is about?
Me personally?
Yeah, just in terms of like how you evaluate growth and development when you know this is a very young team with a bunch of rookies, a bunch of second-year guys, and they're going to have to take their lumps as they get better.
Yeah. I think about just my style of leadership is just continuing to build confidence in the players. I think you'll see that throughout the course of the year. And it's a long season, and I know how far confidence can get you. Coach is going to do a really good job of just continuing to coach us hard, not allowing us to slack in practice. And I think something that's really admirable about it is he'll coach until the end of the game, right? He'll coach whoever's out there on the floor, and he just expects a lot. He demands a lot, and that's all you can really ask for out of a coach. And some guys in that locker room know what it takes to play at the highest level, and we also know you're not going to get there in one day. So just incrementally every day trying to get better, watching film, learning a little bit of things, and luckily we got a game in 2 days in which we can apply that and just continue to focus on getting better.
Jordan, what were you feeling in the first quarter? Because you were shooting lights out. Did something come over you? You just got a lot of confidence at that time, because everything was seemed to be falling.
That's just the way I play. We got a really good team. In terms of togetherness, how we play, the way our offense is set up, we got guys who can get out in transition, and we just focus on hitting the open guy, playing team ball, try to just knock down the shots, be aggressive early for my team. And I think once I start doing that, I start getting in the paint, and now it's opening up a lot of shots for my teammates as well. And I think once we start to see the cadence of what type of shots guys are getting over the course of the year, we'll start knocking some shots down.
I was asking Coach Keefe about the chemistry early on in this team. What's your feeling on that?
I love it. Personally, I've been around some really, really, really good teams, and all of the teams that have been good, you kind of just feel the chemistry early. And we enjoy being around each other. We enjoy coming into work every day and getting better. We enjoy pushing each other. And we're really together just because Coach puts us through hard practices, right? So night in and night out, when we go against each other, we're building each other, making each other stronger. But now we're playing against other guys. We're playing against other teams, and that's going to bring us together collectively. And I think we got a really, really good unit with a really good coaching staff behind us as well. So I think we'll be in a really good situation going forward.
Between this season and last season, how do you feel that your leadership has changed or adjusted with the new team and new roster?
I'm definitely more comfortable. Kind of got an idea of the people that are in the organization, the people that are in the locker room. Credit to the organization for just bringing around high-character people, high-character guys. Credit to the coaching staff for just allowing me to lead in my way, which is being authentic, being genuine. But I'm a competitor, and I want to see my teammates do good. I want the best for them, and I'll just continue to build confidence in them. I want them just to know, just enjoy having the opportunity to play on the court. Like, I'm just talking to a lot of the young guys out there, like, this is a dream come true, whether we win or lose. This is your first NBA game, and, try to just have them be present in some moments to just appreciate that. And when you do stuff like that and you get on them and you jump them a little bit, they know it's coming from a good place, a place out of love as opposed to anything else. So we got a really good unit around us, and guys want to listen, and guys can come to me and say the same thing, and you got to just be all ears.
There's been a lot of conversation, obviously, about your switch to point guard and what that can do for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel, first regular season game, how do you feel that transition's going?
Good. Really good.
Let me ask it this way. Where do you see the differences, like in this game, where do you see the differences in how playing point guard unlocks you?
Getting out in transition. Coach allows us. He allows me to play fast, use my speed. Got to find the balance of when we want to get organized. If they're going to run, if we want to get a good shot, what the last couple possessions look like, but also just allowing me just to get out in transition, go attack the basket if I can. But that also brings in so much defense. It brings in so much help, and just having confidence in the guys that they'll knock down shots. I'm always willing to get off of it. I'm always willing to find an open teammate just because, we try to get the best available. And I feel like that opens so much up for our offense, not only for me personally, but just being a team player, moving the ball will find the players that it needs to find. And over the course of the year, we start to catch our cadences. Guys start getting comfortable with making their shots. Then everything else will take care of itself.
You crossed up Pritchard and then hit the three in the first half. What was the celebration you did after?
Just a little signature three action. Trying to get DC a little bit involved. I know our crowd, they like to see some good basketball. I told them it'll be an exciting year this year, so we gotta get them a little bit more engaged if we can.
Jordan, even with the loss, how encouraging is it to see such a young team be able to compete with the defending champs and hold your own like y'all did in the first half?
I think it's really good to see. We've been practicing against each other a lot, pushing each other, just kind of grinding and battling behind closed doors. I think something that's really special about this team is, especially with our young guys, a lot of our older guys who knows that we're fearless. I like how Bub right away out of the first quarter, he's battling with Drew. He's bumping Drew, nothing easy. He'll take a hard foul, and we got guys who aren't afraid to back down. If you want to be good and if you want to continue to stay in this league for a long time, you got to just have confidence in yourself. And I'm telling them I'm behind them every time, and I think we're really connected as a unit. So it's good to have guys that are fearless, and once we start getting a little bit more games and a little bit more comfortable, I think we'll start putting all the pieces together.
Jordan, you mentioned Bub's fearlessness. I'm curious about Keyshawn and Alex as well, because I know Alex had that block on Drew in the first quarter on the help defense. Is there anything else you saw specifically from the two of them that you really liked?
They're both fearless as well. Key, he's been really good, impressive over the last couple months. Just watching him play, watching him grow. He really wants to learn. He really wants to get better. He looks comfortable out there to me. He's willing to guard whoever the best player, and same thing for Alex. Like, obviously, there's a learning curve with every single player that comes into the league, but luckily enough for them, they get to learn on the court, right? They get to learn in-game experiences, and that'll be so big for them down the line. And I just told Alex, like, I'm gonna continue just to be in his ear, build confidence in him, because we all know how good he can be. We all know how good Keyshawn can be. We all know how good Bub can be. I'm excited just to help them and be a part of their process.
Jordan, you kind of touched on it, but with the three rookies, you talked about, wanting to be a part of their process and giving them advice. So now that they've gotten their first NBA game behind them, what would be your advice for them as they move forward in their journey? We
got another game in 2 days. I think that's something that's special about the league is you can't dwell on things that are low or high. You have good games, you have bad games, and we get another opportunity to go against some really high-level players, some of the best players in the world in 2 days, and we get a chance to learn everything that we feel like we didn't get better at this past game, and it's more so falling in love with the process. It's not about game 10, it's not about game 30. It's about what we're doing next year, what we're doing in a couple of years, and it's a be in the present type of thing, and it's a day-by-day thing. So I think everybody in the locker room knows that, and we just love coming to work every day and getting better, and over the course of time, everything will take care of itself.